Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm Ryan Green, and I'm joined by Dave Couture, who leads technology strategy and partnerships for Deloitte. Such a pleasure, Dave, to have you on the program. Let's start off big picture. Deloitte has over 400,000 professionals. What's the data showing you, and what are your priorities over the near term?
Well, a couple things. First and foremost, our mission is to help enable and drive success for our clients, the marketplace, and then for our people. And in today's era where we are really flush with unprecedented change of advancements, technology-wise, but change of a lot of social and geopolitical aspects as well, is how do we acknowledge those dimensions and how do we actually move forward with progress on all those fronts?
You know, Dave, you work with innovators and market shapers to envision future of. Can you elaborate on this and how you're able to deliver this for your clients?
Yeah, well, a couple things. First off, there isn't anything that we do that we shouldn't be envisioning what's going to happen 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down. I would say that's table stakes. But even more importantly, having a perspective of what are those fundamental shifts, and whether you call it future of or inevitable truth, that are going to unfold over the next 5 to 10 years. So when we think about the world of mobility and what's going to happen with autonomous vehicles, or we think about healthcare, inevitably we're going to have more telehealth in the future than we do today. And you can go across every industry and say, what are some of those future of inevitable truths? And then ask ourselves, so what does it take to then deliver against those? What capabilities do we need to have? What technology advancements? What data flows and interoperability relative to that? What policy change and what cultural or people or talent changes need to happen? And if we use those future of scenarios to drive and shape our investments, our collaboration activities, and then the day-to-day progress that we try to make along the way.
I love the long-term view. I want to jump into partnerships specifically. You know, partnerships help companies achieve great things and push to new heights. When you approach a new partnership, how are you using the data to make the best decisions possible, Dave?
Well, first off, if we go back to those future ofs, there isn't a single one of those that can be accomplished and delivered by just one company or one institution alone.
It takes a team, exactly.
It takes a team, and oftentimes it takes more than just one partner. It takes an ecosystem of capabilities to deliver against that. And as we work our way ourselves backwards from what is the future of, what are the partnerships required to deliver against that, then what does the client or the marketplace expect of those partnerships? Not only do we bring individual capabilities, but we've got to bring an interoperable solution.
Right.
So our partners, we need to understand how the technologies integrate, how the data flows integrate, and how things like data rights and orientation that are going to drive privacy, security, and trust, how do they interoperate as well? And so we got to consider all those dimensions on the partnerships.
You know, I love that you mentioned ecosystem. Here, we're at Snowflake's Data Cloud World Tour in San Francisco. I have to ask, Dave, what are you hearing today?
Well, first off, you can't miss the enthusiasm and the momentum, and I think this is playing off the conference that you guys succeeded in Canada last week as well. But so there's just a lot of excitement about, we're at a tipping point of enormous advancements, and I think everybody's yearning to capitalize on those in ways that create benefits to the clients, that create benefits to broader society, and so there's just a ton of excitement.
You know, an excitement, and now we're looking towards the next chapter. In wrapping here, Dave, any final remarks you'd like to deliver to the audience watching here live?
Well, a couple of things. I think we do have a world of unprecedented opportunities in front of us. At the same time, many of those opportunities bring unintended risks relative to them. Elements, again, of privacy, of security are foundational, and every one of those future ofs we envision, we have to start with the grounding of, we're not going to compromise on things like privacy, security, and fundamentally, we have to institutionalize them to truly establish trust along the way. Otherwise, every advancement has a backslide. So I would encourage us all to think about these wonderful opportunities, but to do so with the mindset of how do we create trust and interoperability and engagement with all the constituents.
Dave, thank you so much for joining me on Data Cloud Now. Always a pleasure sitting down with Deloitte. My name is Ryan Green. We'll see you soon.